The tale unfolds with a poignant exchange between a young lad named Psyche and his grandfather Romberg. The old man consistently imparts a crucial piece of advice to his grandson, stressing the absolute necessity of concealing his true identity. The dire consequences of unveiling his face and shedding his cloak are made abundantly clear, invoking the wrath of the menacing Demon King. This revelation serves as Romberg's final wish before departing from the mortal realm. Fast forward to the present, where a kingdom finds itself under the relentless siege of the Demon King's formidable army. The invaders clash fiercely with the valiant defenders of the realm. From the palace, the king, armed, seeming prepared for the impending combat, observes the tragic spectacle unfolding through his window. In a surprising twist of fate, he manages to bridge the guards and gain an audience with the king. The monarch, recognizing the unwelcome visitor through the distinctive cloak and mask, identifies Ike as the Demon King's trusted strategist. Representing the king with three grim options: surrender, commit honorable suicide, or discreetly escape but face an unexpected defiance from the ruler. The king rejects all three choices and attempts to engage Ike in combat. However, Ike effortlessly subdues the king, showcasing his formidable Raging Storm magic skill. With the king defeated, Ike utilizes telepathy to communicate with the Horse army, declaring the end of the war and instructing them to refrain from harming the surrounded individuals. The Horse posed based on Orthodox order, eventually grasp back a strategic wisdom, realizing that without humans, there would be no one left to gather sources and funds from the demons. Later that day, post-war, Hiki returns to his office alone. Once inside there, he unveils his human face by removing his mask. It's revealed that Ike was not originally from this world, but had lived as a human in a distant realm named Japan. His death led to his reincarnation in the current world, bringing along memories of his past life. Until now, Ike had meticulously guarded the secret he made with his grandfather Robert, understanding that exposing his true identity would spell doom for him. Even his office is shielded in a potent magical field, barring entry without Ike's permission. To Rick's surprise, he discovers a girl hiding beneath his office table. The startled he questions her presence, only to receive a plea for mercy and assurances that she witnessed nothing. In an unexpected turn of events, the girl accidentally knocks herself out, leaving Ike paralyzed. Meanwhile, in a place known as Venchal, a woman observes Ike through a magical orb. She engages in a mysterious conversation about his conquest of the kingdom. In less than a week, Aram found itself under Assam's control with his own troops the next day. Ike returned to Assam to assess the situation. Strolling through town with his old advisor Giron, Ike couldn't help but notice the dwindling number of inhabitants in the kingdom. Giron voiced his concerns, emphasizing the gravity of the situation. Reassuringly, Ike remarked that the Demo King only cared about results, and Assam's significance as a trading center would prove valuable for the Demon King's trade interests. As they walked, distressed villagers approached, inquiring about the new taxes imposed by the Demon King's army. Jiro, disably furious, scolded them for their imprudence, even when threatening to attack. Swiftly, Ike intervened, preventing any altercation. Calmly addressing the villagers, Ike assured them that their taxes would remain the same as under their previous king. However, he warned them of dire consequences should they oppose the demon. In the midst of this explanation, a mysterious golem appeared through a portal, launching an attack at Ikoi. Evading the strike, Ike found himself whisked away to another location. To his surprise, Ike discovered that the general of the Demon King's 7th Division and his boss had summoned him. She revealed that she had been keeping an eye on him through a magical orb and was the only one in the Demon King's army aware of his secret. Despite Ike's frustrations had dismissed his complaints, the golem attacked once more, but Ike skillfully evaded and counterattacked, swiftly defeating the creature. Acknowledging the case increased power, self-explained that the summoning was related to the sixth and latest Demon Lord's desire to meet him in person. It was an unprecedented request, and I couldn't fathom why the Demon Lord would choose him. Those have speculated that the Demon Lord might be satisfied with Aram's quick conquest, leading to these unexpected summons. She then urged Erika to touch her for teleportation, attempting to flirt, but he declined, earning a playful label of boring for himself. Moments later, they vanished entirely. But meanwhile, a young girl whom Mike had earlier discovered beneath his table regained consciousness after an incident that left her unconscious. Attempting to leave, he encountered an unexplained barrier. Finding a note attached to the invisible obstruction, she carefully read Ike's instructions, urging her to remain obedient and wait indoors. Complying, she patiently waited, savoring a delightful meal at the dining table. Having finally reached the imposing Warbird Castle, the abode of the enigmatic demon Lord Tika and his companions were met with an unexpected reception at the gate. A sentry standing guard greeted the commendation, acknowledging his triumphant conquest of the kingdom of Aram. This accomplishment, the sentry asserted, was credited to the venerable lineage of Rombeg, leaving a KB with the interview like inquired if the sentry truly knew his grandfather Rombeg, was surprised them and revealed that the name Rombeg was not just familiar but revered within the Demon King's bloodline. He extended the invitation, urging them to enter without delay, caution against keeping the Demon King waiting. But they ventured deeper into the castle. His preconceptions were shattered when they entered the Grand Hall. The Demon King, whom Mike had assumed to be a man, was in fact a young lady. Her greeting, accompanied by a light smile, caught Ike off guard, leaving him utterly astonished. So the Demon King, noting Ike's bewilderment, sought clarification on his identity, questioning if he was truly self-subordinate responsible for capturing the impregnable Rasam. Stuttering, Ike confirmed his role, attributing his success to Seth's guidance. The Demon King, while applauding his humility, expressed doubts about Ike's belonging to their kind due to his excessive modesty. Products a surprise, Sefru intervened, revealing Ike as Rumbeg's grandchild. The Demon King found this amusing, connecting Ike's humble demeanor and strategic prowess to his illustrious lineage. While seeking further insight, she inquired if this heritage was the reason Ike chose to surrender some without causing harm to civilians. Mika, recognizing the moral dilemma posed by the ruthless nature of the demon, explained his decision. He deemed it morally unacceptable to endorse the massacre of innocent civilians, understanding that instilling terror might create fear but necessarily ensure obedience. Knowing his experiences, he compared the efficiency of a city ruled by demons to one under human lordship, emphasizing the pragmatic advantages of a Mohan approach. The Demon King, clinging by his perspective, questionably from Berzo Bitchins had influenced him. Ike, with humility, acknowledged the profound impact of Romber's wisdom on his beliefs. Despite the brief duration of his interactions with the Okati, the Demon King, Ike Sensa, shared the experience of reincarnation in here, evident in her revolutionary military strategy, extensive knowledge, and remarkable charisma. In this unexpected encounter with the Vorberg Castle, Ike found himself navigating not only the physical challenges but also the intricate dynamics of identity, heritage, and morality in the presence of the formidable demon in the central realm of Japanese story. Ryukoten assumes the formidable mantle of the demon, king of the sixth heaven, a title deeply etched into the cultural tapestry of every Japanese soul. With their race, the demon king descends from a celestial throne, traversing the steps onto Shifandiko. With the discerning gaze, she communicates to Aigad that he harbors a singular quality setting him apart from his demonic brethren. For expressing her benevolent curiosity, the demon king conveys her desire to witness the true countenance concealed beneath Ike's enigmatic mask. Departing with a cryptic smile, she imparts words of encouragement to Ike, challenging to aspire for greatness and surpass her lofty expectations. So she exits Ike, overwhelmed by the encounter, removes his mask, revealing a visage drenched in sweat, teetering on the precipice of a genuine existential crisis. Sharing vulnerability with Seth, Ike confides us in the unsettling feeling of impending doom. Setro, surprised by this revelation, acknowledges the incongruity between Ike's stoic exterior and facial psyche. Unveiling Ike's demonic guise, the Demon King astutely discerns his true identity. With a hint of amusement, she refrains from exposing his human nature, leaving Ike in a state of bewilderment. In a subsequent twist of fate, Ike finds himself at the heart of Yahello, a town oasis governed by Diron, offering congratulations for Ike's newfound role as their ruler. Giron reveals that the Katen has bestowed this elevation as a reward for their triumph in battle. However, the reward comes with a caveat. The strategic city of Yahello, situated on the kingdom's frontier, is entrusted to Ike's stewardship. Intricacies compound as safe instructs could defend Yahello at any cost, an imperative that gains the weight when she mandates a doubling of texts. When an Ike attempts to voice his objections, Sethro, with subtle yet firm intent, issues a veiled threat of tripling the taxes if he persists. Placed with the challenge of fortifying Yali against potential deserts, Ike contemplates the team landing for reconstruction. Despite Giron's estimation of a 6-month period, Ike recognizes the urgency imposed by the ongoing war. As with an arduous decision, he resolves to rebuild the city walls within a month, a daunting feat that defies Giron's skepticism. In this crucible of leadership, an unforeseen consequence as he grapples with the intricate dance between duty, war, and the enigmatic rewards bestowed by the demon. Zooming ahead almost a month, behold the once damaged world racing towards restoration at an improbable pace. A covert Rosalian spy tasked with monitoring the reconstruction progress is utterly dumbfounded. Alongside Bickley, he's curious of to spill the beans to his combatants. As it turns out, the clandestine force propelling this rapid recovery is none other than Ike's ingenious strategy. A collaborative operation uniting humans and demons in the arduous task of rebuilding. Rogiron, the overseer of this operation, can't help but marvel at the brilliance of Ike's plan. The clever rotation of shifts every 8 hours ensures an uninterrupted 24-hour work cycle. A culture of recognition and reward permeates the workforce, uplifting their spirits. Rogiron, despite lacking Ike's intellectual prowess, places unwavering trust in his leadership and envisions him as the future demon lord. Meanwhile, returning home, he discovers the girl he left in his office now sprawled on the floor. Intrigued, he wonders whether she's merely exhausted from indulging in the food. He's impressed by her ability to sleep soundly amidst the situation. Once the girl awakens, confusion clouds her expression. She curious her location, recalling being taken from us. In a reassuring tone, explains their location to Isle, a smaller city south of Oram. Fearing for her life, the girl pleads for mercy. Quick to dispel her fears, emphasizes his lack of intent to harm her. Most skillfully severing the restraining rope, hopes she reveals her confinement was a precautionary measure due to her inability to live with him. Inquiring about her name, the girl discloses her identity as 13, evoking X's astonishment at the peculiar nomenclature. In a world where slaves are assigned numbers, her mother bestowed upon her the name 13. Realizing she now knows is human, Ikedium sits on Safi to release her. Despite this, he reassures her and proposes an unexpected condition to spare her life. She must become his personal maid. Order Kenobok. The girl gazes at him in astonishment. Undeterred, Ike asserts that declining the offer is not an option, stressing the futility of resistance. Surprisingly, the girl willingly accepts the position, expressing her readiness to be under his care. Post the Demon Lord Sentry provides an update on ongoing developments and their strategic approach to dealing with the Kingdom of Rosalia. According to him, the war is progressing favorably, but ominous intelligence hints at Rosalia's plotting of a counteroffense. Rumors swirl about potential alliances forming within Rosalia, adding an additional idea of complexity to the unfolding narrative. Amidst the backdrop of neighboring kingdoms, the cutting keenly observes a peculiar human tendency. The rebellion spirit that suffers only when pushed to the brink, voicing a belief that the moment for action has arrived. Ike, spurred by determination, embarks on a covert intelligence mission within the bustling city of Restis, nestled in Rosalia. His company for this undertaking consists of 13 individuals carefully chosen to accompany him. Navigating the Levy marketplace, they pass into joiners of the crafty con artist orchestrating a shell game, skillfully manipulating around seed and cups. The crowd is lured into a game of chance, with enticing prizes dangling as the stakes, each attempt demanding a coin. Winner decisive over the 13 steps forward, choosing a cup boldly. The con artist acknowledges her audacious choice and curious about the money she's willing to wager. Undeterred by the lack of funds, 13's intent to play is met with initial resistance. However, upon noting her attractive physique, the con artist proposes alternative wages beyond mere cash. As the chosen cup is unveiled to be empty, an unexpected twist unfolds. The other cups, seemingly brewed with magic, begin to float, exposing their emptiness as well. 13 astutely points out the absence of the seed, prompting the audience to recognize the deceit. Anger erupts among them, demanding refunds, and they retaliate against the fraudulent character. Amidst the chaos, Psyche emerges from the bustling crowd, pulling the new side to question her loyalty. He questions the conduct of a maid abandoning her master in such a manner. Offering an apology, 13 explains her irresistible urge toward the captivating attractions of the town. Observing Ike's attire resembling that of an ordinary commoner, she curiously inquires about his choice of outfit. Ike enlightens her about their mission to gather intelligence on the enemy, necessitating the adoption of inconspicuous clothing. The conversation is abruptly interrupted by a voice from behind, urging them to halt. Startled, they turn around to discover the con artist and his bodyguard accusing them of tampering with the cops. In response, Citatin asserts that their intervention was due to the con artist cheating. He attempts to silence here, proclaiming that it's time for him to seek retribution, demanding both monetary and physical restitution. When Surino Lucas witnessed their true capabilities, reveals a miniature version of his solo stuff inquires about it, but his bodyguard interrupts, revealing that his own legs are frozen solid, then summoned. So Severa is pierced towards the con artist, halting them just before impact. Despite the man's warning, Ike allows one to charge. Prince Bear to pierce his shoulder as a cautionary message. The man finally begins to admit that it's all his fault. However, he cares little about that and instead asks him about the army's activities in the country. The man doesn't know what they're up to, but Ike threatens him by directing a nice spear toward his eye. Subsequently, the man begins to confess about Rosalia's army is planning to take revenge on the Demon King's army. Ike realizes that if the Rosalia army make the first move, they'll gain more advantage and authority at the King's gathering during and after the war. Conversely, if they fail, Rosalia would be history. Ike then inquires about the battlefield location and that it will be at Yahello as the gate has been selected turned down, and their defense is low. The Rosalia army, led by female Captain Fenedi, arrives at Sivoli. They notice the area is zero, with no sign of God, so they move forward to attack Unaware that is a trap before they can. Cannons, they find themselves surrounded by an army of the dead, emerging from the ground, startled by the unexpected turn of events. They soon discover they've been ambushed by the horses descending from high above the mountain. Realizing it's a trap, it dawns on them too late as the demon army emerges from nowhere and begins to attack the knight. Captain then orders the surviving soldiers to retreat, and with that, the battle is won. Dion praises prediction and tells him that he didn't only had already scouted the enemy's territory. However, as they were talking, someone from the demon army suddenly fired an arrow at Chika, piercing him from behind. Like wakes up in bed, realizing his wound from the arrow shot has been bandaged, but beside him is Sefer casual. He's probably been buried where he is. Seated upright, her presence startled him, and he questions it, uncomfortable with the fact that she was in his personal space. Sleeping next to him, he was unconscious. She coolly asked if she deserves the outburst since she's the one who saved his life. She was even keen enough to add an intense message while he was conscious so as to relieve it. Playing for when he would eventually wake up. He cringes in response. She was simply attending to a wounded who happened to be him. She questions if doesn't remember anything about the arrow incident. He has the healing scar. The truth it if he's still in that. She also informed that there were no human cities in the battle and that this might raise the demon lords. A suspicion. He reminds her that his goal is to create a world where humans and demons can cohabit. As Zephyr boots on a what that shields her face and instructs him to sit in bed for a while quietly too, because despite the healing he mentions he's still just human. Back at the Kingdom of Rosalia, the Vice Commander shows as in a Faisal. Its division of the kingdom unbelievable. News has reached them that the Quiet Mirror Knights retreat. The messenger gives the excuse of the unexpected trap. A demon set up, but Go isn't having it. He decides in way forward is to tell the captain of the Myrtle army in jail. The messenger dares to argue that Captain Alista's abilities are known across the kingdom. Gadru is insists that someone must to pay for the failure of the army, and it will be heard the bigger picture is to keep His Majesty's reputation intact. However, someone lower must take Chalice Sikeo must have examines the road that showed him it has definitely come from the Rosalia kingdom. It still is open the question how they were able to infiltrate the our kingdom in the first place. They are on an Eden pass as far as he way of that rules out external forces leaving internal forces to be considered. Someone approaches him so wanting to verify the truth behind the arrow shot. She appears worried and starts to get touchy, wanting to know where he was hit by the arrow. A kid asks her to back off, stating that he's fine and there's no need for her to be crawling over his table to get to him. So she remains on the table, giving him a seductive view and prompting his memory about his promise to accept virginity as an offering to him so as to be more careful as to not get hurt or injured again. Jion and Tatum step into the office meeting like it is in a rather compromising situation. Tatum starts as an introduction of self. Like is made with least questions who she is Giron on the other hand that simply come to inform Maggie that it was time for his immediately starts asking Nikki Vincent whether Hilton is a human and Nikki shrugs in response and he doesn't see a problem. That should their Billis continues to film that and not only is she human, she is ugly at this point she might have Robbie is made because 13 isn't up to his caliber in the slightest 13 quotes and saying it's time for like to have his 9 she winks and it may mix Lily's live as a show now that 13 is flirting with the prize. She questions 13 about her action, and the maid replies that she should not feel your ability successfully flown if she is just an ugly male. Maid the moment gets more tense when Tion tells him to quit. They are both in the presence of Ixaman and should know better. Like spits back at Jiron, calling him an ugly oxide. So shut up, he cautions the blow by telling Giron that he isn't actually That ugly John seems satisfied with this. More statement on to more serious business, Yeron asks, Ika, if there's anything that could be the matter, like a response that is, would like Yeron to check on the whereabouts of the Knights captain, as there's something he would like to verify, it seems, at the mirror.